Hey everybody, Edo here, and this is Drakkar by Spaceballon Games. It is live on Kickstarter now, and Spaceballon Games made Brides and Bribes, which was this giant Euro game. Tons of components, all this detail. So I was super surprised when they were like, hey, you want to check out our fast-paced, not take that's not the right word, slap card game, sort of fast-paced game. And so I was like, sure, let me check it out. And so Drakkar's, it is just that. This is sort of a thinking person's slap speed game, which is interesting. It's really interesting. I think it's in that weird spot between, is it a thinker or is it, but so basically what you're doing is we are Vikings and somebody, it's over here. Somebody is the Earl to start, and the Earl is going to take these cards, and it's broken up per player. In a 3-player game, I think there's 10 per player. But anyway, it's going to make a number of piles, equivalent piles, based on the number of players. Now, first and foremost here, you'll notice that these are double-sided cards, right? So each card has, maybe I should be flipping it this way, a different thing on each side. But so you're going to make piles, right? And everyone sees the piles as they're being made. They're going to be made equally. Again, in a 3-player game, I think there's a number of cards that are set aside for, 5, etc. And so what happens here is the first thing is the Earl says, let's begin or whatever. And everyone has their fingers up, and when the Earl says go, they point to the pile they want. And the first person to point to that pile gets it. And if 2 people point to the pile, the person with a finger on the pile gets it, and the next person has to get the other pile, right? So that's first. This is a speed reaction game in a lot of ways. So that's one. So we all now have our decks, our hands, I guess we call them rather. And we each also get 1 mission card. Now, a mission card says something like, you need a certain type of ship, you need a Viking of 2 value, and then barrel certain goods, and if you win, you'll get these items. And these tokens are victory points at the end of the game. You get points per, and then set collection bonuses. But here's the game. Everyone is then looking at your cards. And looking at your cards is a little weird because they're double-sided, so you're doing a bunch of this. And I expect as you get better, you don't do it as much, but this is something you gotta get used to where you're flipping back and forth, and you're like, Okay, but then somebody plays one of their cards. And there's an initiative in this game. Red cards go first, yellow cards second, blue last. And if there's a tie, you look at the numbers and the lower number goes first. So as soon as the first person plays, they count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you have to play before 5 or you don't get to play. Which is crazy in itself. It's a very high pressure game. And then the red cards typically steal yellow cards from other players who have played them. The yellow cards are equipment cards and ship cards, and the blue cards will let you attack other players based on how strong you are and what equipment you have. What you're trying to do is build a ship. First you want to have a ship, and you can have a ship like that, or there's a sail, so you can have a 3. And for each card in your ship, you're able to make a dude or a beer barrel. And those are the things that you need to go on your quest. And if you make another dude, you can swap them out to get a better dude. There are some items and equipment cards you can play on them, and that comes out when you're fighting. It's weird. It's fun. It's interesting. You find yourself you want more than 5 seconds to think. So there really is that play. It's an interesting juxtaposition, but we dug it. You're gonna have look. Easily going to be a game a lot of people are like, I don't want to play. Because it's just, it's a strenuous game and you're flipping cards around and it's meant to be weird, I think. But if you don't mind that and you like just sort of that pressure and fast and, plays quick, it's small box, that kind of thing, I think it works and I think it's a laugh. And I think it's like, that kind of thing. Oh, other little mechanic, if you don't have a ship, it was broken or you didn't build it, other players can actually team up together to complete quests. So it has a nice little you lost your ship right at the end, but now you can work with another player thing to it, which I think helps. So check it out. Live on Kickstarter. Subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Most importantly, play some great games. Thanks.